Hello and welcome to another episode of Hold My Whistle. Today is May 10th.
You sure?
Yep, I had to double check my phone. That's why I gave you a long May. But it's Paulo.
I'm Foy.
And we're back at it. We're in the garage. Hopefully the sound's better. You know, we always have issues with the sound. We've been taking the show different places and doing different things. The studio's been remodeled.
Yeah, we're trying out a lot of different options.
But it's been fun. You know, we're figuring things out and reaching out and
yeah,
it's a good time.
Today's Pedersen's birthday. The DK mode
Matt
himself.
Ped, DK mode. How did he get that nickname?
Because he has a huge head and
And does he rage out like a freaking gorilla?
GoldenEye 007.
We've talked about the game multiple times.
Nintendo 64. There's a mode where you play with big heads, and it's called DK mode, and it just kind of stuck.
It did work out with that. What other games can you play with a big head? You had the football games. Blitz.
NFL Blitz.
Blitz was now that game only lasted 5 or 6 seasons.
Way better on the arcade.
The arcade is fun, but it was just fun to see like. For people who always wanted to hit the hit stick and make those tackles, you had to play bits. And then you got over it because you're just like, okay, it's a little overboard.
It's a little too much.
And couldn't you play with big heads in NBA Jam?
I think
there's codes for almost all the games now have like a code to play with bigger heads.
Yeah, probably.
But Matt Pedersen just had one all the time.
Yeah, it was just natural.
All right, since he's one of our best friends, I love him. You grew up with him. And I don't know if you guys know him as far as our listeners, but DK Mode is one of the craziest dudes, crazy mouthpiece, will do a lot of things for a laugh. But Sean, you've known him longer than I have. Can you give me a DK Mode story?
He came over to my house one night and we were playing Mercenaries. It was a video game at the time where you had to, you were a bounty hunter and you had to collect because the targets are all based off of like card titles, like the Ace of Spades being the highest and all that stuff. So you had to go out and you had to find these guys and you had to assassinate them. So he was playing one night at my house and he fucking lost a mission and he's like, dude, I'm going to buy you another controller because I'm going to break this. So anyways, he wound up losing that game and he packed his shit up. He took my controller. I was living in San Ynez. And he tied my Xbox controller to the trailer hitch of his truck.
Shut the fuck up.
And he drug it home to Solvang.
How many controllers has that motherfucker gone through? Would you say at least 24?
PlayStation alone, it's in the 50s.
How much is a controller right now? $60?
Oh, they used to be like $49. That's back when Blockbuster was open.
Dude.
So he'd break one, go get another one. Probably break that one too.
He has great rage moments.
Like, I was there when he took a hammer to a Sega Saturn. I mean...
Dude, but and I don't know what it is, but the guys in San Ynez and video games, at least in your, like, circle, there was a couple dudes that just took out their rage on their entertainment centers.
Oh, dude.
I've seen TVs get helmets. Was it helmets or swords?
Swords.
Yeah, was it a Braveheart replica sword?
Yeah, he had the William Wallace.
The William Wallace freaking 10-foot sword right through it. And it wasn't like a plasma screen that we have right now. It was those freaking 500-pound, 64-inch projector screens, and he took a battle sword to it.
He ruined his entire living room.
I heard about it.
He broke the entertainment center, the TV, the coffee table.
Didn't he use like his NFL replica helmet too?
Probably.
Oh no! One time, so I was living in Morgan Hill, South San Jose, and Ped said, "Hey, we're going up to San Francisco. We're going to do a Napa trip." I said, "I'm on." He was going to meet a girl in San Francisco. He had to do a tasting in Napa. It was going to be by himself, so I tagged along. But while we were in San Francisco, we met up with one of his homegirls. I think her name was Ashley. Doesn't matter. Super cute. I knew her at the time. Right, and we found out where she lived, and I'm like, hey, let's find a bar. We got an hour or two to kill before she shows up after work or whatever she was doing. And we see like a country bar from the outside, and me and Matt are like, hey, it kind of reminds us of the Maverick. It's all wood. It's called the Cinch. They have rope letters on it. I was like, let's walk into this bitch, right? So me and Ped walk in there, and I'm like, oh shit.
It's gay night.
Like, fuck it. Oh, no, gay night? No, it's a gay bar. There's no joke. It's like a 70s cheap painting of a lion with a naked guy laying on top of the lion, and they were promoting big. I could just remember the Big Fat Gay Tuesdays, promotions, and I'm like standing right next to Matt, and he's about what 6'3".
Yeah.
Right, and so we're side by side, and we're like kind of looking fresh. We're at our like preppy stages. I had like a pea coat on, and he had like khakis and a collared shirt on, and I was just like instantly like I saw him like become startled, and for me it was funny, so I just put my hand around his waist, like in his back pocket, and leaned my head on his shoulder.
Let everybody.
I'm like,
know
hey
off
babe,
limits.
oh dude, right off, and he's like. And DK, like, because he works in the service industry, the food industry. He's like, he has to be very proper, like leave a big tip and this and that, or like you can't walk into a bar or restaurant and walk right out. That's rude. So he's like, the only thing he thought of right when I did that was like, he's like, we have to drink a beer and get out of here. And I was, for some reason, that's one of my favorite moments.
Did you stay and drink a beer?
Oh, dude, I crushed a beer. I bought a cigarette off a fag, a fag off a gay guy, and it was
there
good.
You go.
But it was great, man. But seriously, it was like you walked into this place, and it was like that one scene from Police Academy 2. When they walk in.
Oh yeah, and it's like village
Dude,
people. There.
Everyone looked at us, and I was just like, "Oh, good beer."
Yeah, great times.
Oh, good times. Well, hey, happy birthday, DK Mode. We love you.
Yeah,
It's almost my birthday.
Dude, next week.
Next week, I'm gonna be 29 again.
What are you, 36?
36. 1983, bro.
You're fucking old.
It's getting there. Getting there.
Still 34.
Oof. Well, that's good for you. I like having young friends. It makes me feel young. Especially when I look better than you. I know.
That's a stretch.
Yeah.
I have more hair. A lot more.
Not
hair.
on your face. You have patchy facial
Dude,
hair.
it's terrible.
It is the
it's
worst.
mange. It's so bad.
But you know what has been making me lose hair? These basketball games.
Dude.
Great segue.
Yeah.
Great segue.
Totally.
And let's talk about people's hair. Huh?
Let's talk about the basketball.
The basketball games.
The basketball games.
Okay, there's only one series that everyone's paying attention to, right? Am I wrong? Warriors Rockets.
So, is it a fair assumption for me to say that the Houston Rockets are the most hated team in the NBA?
I think they are building a reputation of one. It's like it's hard to like if you're a James Harden fan, like
how
I guarantee you don't play hoops.
Probably not.
You're probably like a good friend. He's not. Doesn't seem team orientated. He doesn't seem like there's a passion. Oh, I don't know how to say it, but there's no like style. And like there is a style obviously, but it's bad. It's not cool. When you saw Mike play,
there's no team. There's no team game.
Well,
it's isolation basketball.
It's Harden. PJ Tucker. Thanks for the rebound. Who else? Paul. Thanks for the assist. But he's going to hold the ball for a long time, and he's going to try to pick up a foul.
I think I hate Chris Paul more.
Chris Paul's not a dude. He at least he's got an edge,
dude.
But he's pouty.
Oh, dude,
who do you like on the Rockets? Right, the coach. I don't like the coach either.
He's a whiny fucker too.
Dude,
they are the biggest fucking bunch of crybabies. They get more foul calls because somebody throws their head back and throws their arms up.
It's bad.
It's like every time they go to the rim, it's like a foul.
And so the people are complaining about the game last night. So if you're listening today, obviously 2 days ago, leading into Game 6, but did you see Klay Thompson? His foot was it out of bounds? They didn't make that call. The Rockets aren't getting these calls, and this happened after Game 1 even. Game 1, we're not picking up these calls, and this.
Dude,
I've never seen a team complain more about the refs in one singular series, and then 2, name a championship team who hasn't got lucky with a ball bounce or a referee call.
Seriously,
you know what I mean? Like look at the Saints game this year.
Yeah,
for in the NFL, and people were complaining like, I'm not going to watch the Super Bowl because every single championship team I've seen has had a lucky break. A call or whatever, and that's part of the season. That's part of the playoffs.
That's the human element,
and that is, and it's great, and I love it, and it makes us talk about it. But do not dwell on things like that.
That's all the Rockets do,
and they're looking for calls. They're like, oh, you missed that one, so give me one later.
Dude, watching the Rockets play basketball makes me want to gouge my eyes out with this
But they
movie.
score, and like I don't know. Look, in James Harden, like I'll give it to Steph and Clay, even KD, and I've seen them like Reggie Miller's, and I've seen Ray Allen's great shooters. I'll give it. I'm gonna, he is one of the best shooters I've seen. James Harden is amazing, as far as how he gets the ball off.
He's good off the dribble.
It's a great shot, but is it? I hate the setup. I hate how he gets the ball. He doesn't play defense.
No,
You know,
he's a one-way kind of guy.
it's not my favorite, but the Warriors are up on it. I'm surprised they lost 2 games in the beginning.
Well,
It was tough to win in Houston.
Well, that goes to the officiating, in my opinion.
Well, I think they got a lashing from the Houston organization after those first 2 games.
It's like every time Houston went to the rim, they went to the free throw line.
Oh,
Every time the fucking Warriors went to the rim, they got hammered, no calls.
no calls, none.
So I admire watching the Warriors play because they play a style of team basketball that not a lot of teams play anymore.
But it's team basketball. People were going to talk, even Austin Rivers, right? Doc's kid?
Yeah.
Because they were even talking about, like, you don't understand. Like, yeah, they're great shooters, but they are running hard sets. Everyone's playing defense.
Yes.
They're playing team ball.
They're playing matchup, man.
A source of team basketball.
Yeah.
They're playing matchup. Yeah.
And
I love Coach Kerr.
Looney fucking trying to guard.
Did you see that kid, though? Looney in the first half, grabbing offensive rebounds, helping that first run of scoring going.
Yeah.
Dude, he played pretty solid. Well, let's talk about guys off the bench because it's going to have to happen now for the Warriors. Kevin Durant, the high calf strain or low whatever Achilles.
Yeah,
that's scary.
It looked like an Achilles.
It's
But see, that to me, KD going to the Warriors made them a super team, quote unquote.
right.
But without KD, they're still a really great
Well,
fucking team.
it was just a glimpse of like, oh, that's what it used to be like.
That's what it used to be. They had to play team basketball.
They had to
Everybody had to pick it up.
but they didn't even hesitate.
No.
It went straight to like, oh, Clay and Steph, it's your turn to show up.
Yeah.
Draymond hit a clutch 3.
Yeah.
And they really started like building up. And then a guy off the bench, even their white boy, I don't even know his name. He hit a 3 right in the beginning. He missed a couple after, but building momentum. And can they do it without KD? I think they can. Is it going to be a little different? It's going to be a little bit of struggle. Yeah, but
All right. Even without KD, if they get past the Rockets,
can they get past Portland?
they'll fucking curb stomp Portland. Portland's got to beat Denver first.
How are they doing tonight? They're playing. Actually, we started recording before the game even finished. So, but that series isn't that great. I thought Portland would have the upper hand and crush it, but it's not happening.
I mean, who in the West is gonna challenge if they get past the Rockets?
Well, did Damian
It's
Lillard?
conference finals.
Did they blow their wad in the first round?
Who the Trailblazers?
Yeah. Okay. So Trailblazers are up. They won 119-8. So the series is tied 3-3. Game 7.
Still, either way.
Yeah. It's crazy. But the Nuggets, what's their was it Murray? That kid is playing good.
Yeah, I mean the Nuggets are scrappy. I don't think either one. If Golden State gets past, I don't think either one can hang with Golden State for a 7-game series.
No. But and then the whole KD thing is like, can they do it? I think they can.
If they make it to the ship, who's gonna win the East? I mean,
Milwaukee. Milwaukee. Well, Philly and the Philly Raptors series. Did you see the game again tonight?
No,
Dude, it
the
flipped. The last one was a blowout, and the Raptors won.
Yeah.
Well, it was the opposite today, and Philly won.
Yeah.
It was just like a 20-point game most of the game. I stopped watching after the third quarter. I was like, this sucks. It's not even good.
Yeah.
Kawhi's trying a little bit, and I thought, I was like, wow, this is what the Raptors have needed after last game, the big blowout. I think they're going to be able to clean it up. No, too many of these series are going way too long. It's only round 2.
Yeah, everybody.
I think if you're a 2 seed playing a 5 seed, you should
You
dominate.
should blow them out.
But it's the East.
It's the East.
Yeah, but Milwaukee is the team of the East and the Greek Freak.
That would be a great matchup for a series. Watching Giannis Antetokounmpo and
one of the hardest last names we've said.
Totally.
Yeah.
Who would guard him from Golden State? I think
Clay.
it's KD.
I think it's Clay.
You think it's Clay?
Clay's the best defender on the team.
I don't think he
doesn't have the size.
He doesn't have the size.
Then you got Drake, but you see the thing is even throughout a whole game, it's never been one person with the Warriors.
Yeah,
they'll put a series of guys on you.
They'll play matchup zone man.
I bet you their defense is just as intricate as their offense.
Yeah, I can see that.
And like I said, they do a lot of things, and they'll figure out what works by the second half.
Yeah.
At least by the end of the third quarter, because James Harden only scored 1 point in the fourth quarter last game.
See,
I don't even know if he even scored. Or...
James Harden's that guy that either he's on or he's not. There's no in between.
And to give it to him, most of the time he's on.
Yeah.
They had a great regular season, and for the last couple of years, he's always in the MVP talk.
Well, yeah, when you shoot the ball fucking 40 times a game.
I think he's making a lot of them, but it's just...
I mean, what is he, a 40-something% shooter this year?
But, for how much ridicule the Warriors have gotten for ruining the game with their 3-point shooting and not learning fundamentals, I'd rather play on the Warriors than on the Rockets.
Yeah. All right.
Even if I was James Harden. If I had that skill and I was the superstar.
All right, so let's kind of lead into possible free agency for next year. Like the big three names:
Clay, KD, and
Kyrie.
And well, even for the what's my Kawhi. Kawhi is he's a
free agent.
And is Paul George? He's sticking with the Thunder, right?
Who cares about Paul George?
It was a bad move.
Well,
I think right now everyone's seeing that it's a bad move, but I think the talk isn't who's available. I think the talk is LA is out
of everything.
Is out of everything.
They couldn't even land Ty Lue as a head coach. I heard
No, they didn't land Ty Lue. They told him no. So guess who's in the conversation room with that? The Rambis family. Kurt Rambis and his wife, the guy who got fucking jacked up by the Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
Right? And his wife are number one friends with like Jeannie Buss and Phil. And I didn't even know Phil was like still talking to Jeannie, but they're like all still really good friends.
So here's the thing.
And then guess what they have? The Rambises have veto power, and they used it. There's some type of position in the organization of the LA Lakers, and this is what I heard from, I forget his name, not Skip, but his name is one of the funny named sports announcers on ESPN. But they pulled the veto card. They said nope, no Ty Lue.
This is what kills the Lakers. Nepotism. Nepotism is killing the Lakers. Totally. It's like it's all buddy shit in the front office.
Well, is that why Magic left? Because it wasn't a good operation. Because it's not how he liked it to be run. And that's going to be one of the main things. I think it's been a big whirlwind because LeBron and his barbershop.
Yeah.
LeBron in the barbershop talk with him and freaking Lonzo Ball talking about I didn't even know. I'm
They need somebody that has never been affiliated with the Lakers.
But damn, man, you get rid of a decent young coach. You get rid of Magic. You don't have a coach. You don't have a GM right now.
And you can't even land.
And you can't load. And Ty Lue, who is ridiculed as a coach.
No, I think they moved away from Ty Lue simply because of the LeBron factor.
Are they going to get rid of LeBron? That's the next move.
Where do they go? They've got nothing.
You get rid of LeBron and you get space. But what space for rookies?
What are you going to do?
You had a good rookie like
they had solid rookies and
they still have them. They're still on the team. They're not gone. Kuzma and Lonzo Ball are still there, and you got.
But they're just, dude. The Lakers have no heart.
They got rid of it. They got rid of it. They had a chance to build, and they're not a building team. That's the thing. When you are a Lakers or a Yankees or a Cowboys, there's no time to wait.
Yeah,
I think that what kills them, they try to be now so much that they can't build a proper team. Like the Cowboys, they try to, hey, let's pick up Amari Cooper. Boom. It doesn't get you to the Super Bowl. It doesn't win you an NBA championship picking up LeBron. It doesn't even get you to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Didn't even get you to the playoffs.
Fuck.
Now the Yankees, you get Aaron Judge, you get a couple people. Hey, you might make it a couple.
Are always in the conversation.
The Yankees are in the convo, but they're the same caliber of team. When you think basketball, you think Lakers.
I've been saying this for a while. Like the Lakers are the second best team in LA.
Who's the number one? The Rams.
The Clippers.
Hey, I'll get the Clippers. We talked about it at the barbershop. You know, it was a different show doing the show at the barbershop.
Yeah, it was.
And we wanted to spend more time talking about the Clippers because Victor is his favorite squad. You know, the Clippers are is it a barbershop themed team? I don't know what the Clippers are named after. I'm just assuming
no,
barbershop.
a Clippers ship.
Oh, that's right. They're naval.
Yeah.
Good.
So-
Oh, your grandpa was naval, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Big ups to your tata.
So here's the thing: the Clippers play selfless basketball and they play hard nose.
Dude, I did not think, and they built back their position into the A seed. They weren't supposed to. Like, I didn't think they were going to make it back. They fought for that spot in the West. Super difficult.
Exactly, and they gave the Warriors everything.
They
could
won a
handle.
couple games.
They gave the Warriors everything they could handle.
I was very impressed with the Clippers this year.
Yeah. So it's like they're playing gritty basketball, grinding out wins, manufacturing wins by hard play.
And I'll tell you, and I'm going to give it to Doc Rivers. I think this is the best year of coaching he's had.
I can agree with that because he doesn't have the superstar.
No superstars. He doesn't have his kid to deal with. I bet you he loved coaching this year.
Yeah, he didn't have to worry about his fucking kid whining to him all the time.
DeAndre Jordan?
No, he's not there.
No, who's the only guy left on the team?
Fucking the 6-man guy?
Yeah,
Lou Williams. Lou Williams.
Okay. All the stars are out of his hair. He doesn't have to deal with anybody.
No ego.
No kid, no ego, no racist owners, no nothing. Right? He just got to coach kids almost. And they made it to the playoffs. They beat the Warriors in the NBA playoffs. I think that's huge.
It is.
You know.
Moving forward for them, it's just they need to be players in the free agent game. But it's if I'm them, I'm seeing the Lakers turmoil as a massive upside for them. Excuse me. I mean, everybody's talking about KD leaving the Warriors, like saying the Knicks are the front runners for KD. Here's my thought. KD left OKC, signed with Golden State for less money. He's said that it's not about money, it's about winning. If it's about winning for KD, they've won 3 titles. He's won 2, correct?
He's won 2.
If they win this year,
4.
that's 4 in the last 5.
You haven't seen that since the Spurs and the Bulls of
the early 90s,
right.
early to mid 90s. If he's about winning now, why would he leave Golden State to go to New York?
And I think we mentioned it, or I was just talking sports with someone else. KD isn't going anywhere in my book.
I think it's all bullshit.
Now, is someone going to leave from the Warriors? Probably.
It's probably Clay.
That's my potentially guess. Clay, but look it.
You can't let a Draymond go.
You don't. Clay is smart enough too. Clay sees LA.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, he's got family in LA. He's from LA. There's a lot of guys in the NBA from LA.
Yeah.
They're not going there. They're not going there.
No. See,
but everyone assumes, oh, my brother's a Dodger, this and that. My girlfriend, even he might be dating some girls. Clay can't hold a team down. Clay can't hold a team down, and everyone knows that.
He's a number 2 guy. He's always a number 2. He can't lead a team.
Why? Why in an era of where people are like, oh, people get traded all the time and do this, and professional sports aren't as like what they used to be, where a guy stayed his whole career on one team. I think the Warriors, the management, the front offices, and the players all want to stay together.
They want to win.
Now, are they going to have an argument with Draymond once in a while? Absolutely.
Yeah.
You always have a bad boy on your team.
Yeah.
You don't think, like, again, Mike punched Coach Kerr, had arguments with freaking Scottie Pippen and other guys on his team, I'm sure. But at the end of the day, it was like, hey, you know why we're doing this.
Yeah.
I love you. Let's go do it.
Exactly. There's
every time Draymond and KD talk to each other, I'm like, is this going to be a fight?
Yeah.
Or are you just checking your defense?
Exactly.
But you know, you got to live on that edge for as long as you can, because if you see a KD go to, like, Carmelo going to New York,
that was
who was the other guy from the Suns, Amari Stoudemire. Like, I want the New York Knicks to be the New York Knicks with John Starks and Patrick Ewing again.
Anthony Mason.
But you could go down the list, but it's not that team. That was the last great Knicks team.
Yeah.
Now you gotta. I think it's being proven with the Patriots. It's being proven with the Warriors that building a team from your foundation, drafting and just GMing well, is becoming the championship way. Now, are you going to have good teams, buying players and doing this? Yeah. But if you build a good foundation, it's going to win you championships.
Exactly.
You take the time to find out what kind of system you're running with the kind of players, or vice versa. Find out what kind of players you want to build a team or style of offense and defense. But
so if Clay leaves, what kind of deal is he looking for? He's not a max deal kind of guy.
well, no, that's the only reason that you would leave.
Exactly.
A one-time, you get a 10-year deal. Well, how much?
Dude,
You play 8 of it because basketball money's huge, bro.
Yeah. Clay's not that guy.
You can't say no to them. It's hard to say no. And
Yeah.
and then the thing with Clay that bugs me, which a lot of people got on Lonzo Ball about, is his dad's very heavily involved in his life.
Yeah.
As far as, and his dad talks, and his dad was in the league and this and that. So he gets heard.
At least his dad was in the league, unlike Lonzo Ball's dad.
Ooh, what do you mean? He didn't play for Washington State JC and get like 1.2 points a game?
Seriously, he wasn't dog shit. He was a player.
And I'll give it to, look, at the end of the day, for the little bit of hype, that year and a half that everyone knew, what's Lonzo Ball's brother's dad's name? LeVar Ball. I'll give it to him. And, don't get me wrong. There was highs and there was major lows, bro. You get your son freaking stealing glasses in China, and then, at the same time your wife has a stroke. It's like, fuck.
Yeah.
And I hope everything's going okay with them, but don't talk about I could beat Michael Jordan 1-on-1 when you can't even score 3 points in a fucking.
When you
it was a packet at the time, bro. He was playing football though. I think he played for the Panthers or for camp. I don't think he ever was on the team.
Yeah, who knows?
Who knows?
But it's like
that's what's
the Warriors. The Warriors are gonna be the Warriors. They're gonna retain.
They have look at it up and like I said, front offices to the players. They're the best right now.
The New England Patriots of the NBA.
So my thing is though, and everyone thinks, hey, L.A., Golden State, and for how long the West has been great. I think if there's a big contract, and I don't think it's New York, but I definitely think it's a East Coast team
For KD?
For most of these players. I think the East Coast is looking very it's an easy because
you have to get out of the West.
You have to get out of the West.
You want to go to the playoffs? You go to the fucking
There's
East.
no one in the East, bro. You can make a team. Like
even the Celtics are shit in the bed.
Oh, they don't look good, man.
I mean,
the whole Kyrie thing is just weird too. Kyrie he just lost his stature, I think, this season. This was not it. This, don't get me rude. Like I saw Uncle Drew.
So
is it one of the greatest basketball movie comedies? Like it's good.
It's okay.
It's okay. But on top of what's happened to him and his leadership skills and his ability to talk to the media has just downgraded him. Kyrie's last couple of years with Cleveland, you're talking top 3 guard of all time potentially. He was amazing. He won that championship. If he doesn't get hurt, they probably win 2.
Exactly.
What handles? He's
ridiculous.
They say
he's not taking anybody off the dribble. He can't even get to the rim.
I don't know what happened to him this year.
It's like, dude, he's getting scrubs locking him down.
And okay, good coach, good players around him. The team was better without him last year.
Yeah, I don't get.
They were better without him last year.
Watching the Celtics play, it's like you look at their fucking roster. How are you losing any games?
I think at the end of the day, is Kyrie a cancer?
I
think he did that to himself.
Well, he's already talking about how he wants out of Boston. I mean,
it's
been
horrible
about for that like last 2 years.
He's only been there 2 years.
It's like, oh, I'm not getting treated right, and this and that. It's like, dude, what are you talking about? Everybody else is doing great.
Yeah. So it's unfortunate to see that, but again, would you get rid of a Kyrie for a Clay? You know what? Clay in Boston. Why not?
What do you
or Kawhi?
What are you gaining?
I don't think Kawhi is going to leave. I think they're doing decent in Toronto.
Well, the reason I don't think Kawhi leaves Toronto is with Toronto, they're always top 3 seed in the East.
Mm-hmm.
Their Achilles heel was beating the fucking Cavs with LeBron.
Right.
And he's gone. Cavs are fucking dog shit. I mean, they're gonna be out of the league here. They're gonna get downgraded to fucking D League.
Dude, there's a lot of teams in the East that need players. Miami needs people.
Yeah, D Wade's gone.
The team, for me, I'm still tripping. Like what happened? And he's not. I always think East, but Anthony Davis is. What's happening in New Orleans. You know
They didn't even,
they
they didn't even make the playoffs.
even make it, dude.
It's like
They're a powerful team.
it's
Like that. There's teams out there with star players that need a second or third guy, where Clay could fit in.
yeah.
Now Clay on a New Orleans team, I
He'd be
think
good.
he'd be.
Because
Dude, that's a team.
He's got that down low presence with Anthony Davis.
And so there's teams like that. I think that would do good. Do they have the money? I don't know.
Yeah, that's always.
I think
the,
I'll tell you what
underlying
though.
tone.
I think this is a year though in the offseason, and I'm going to take it to the great one, to the real GOAT. I think, and because he got talked shit to by his boy Charles Barkley, I think Michael Jordan and the Hornets are going to pull the trigger and make some moves this year. I think this is the offseason for Michael Jordan.
Dude, Kemba needs help
It's not a bad team.
because Kemba has
They're
turned into
right.
somebody that I didn't think he would become in the NBA.
I'm telling you, I think my new favorite team, other than obviously second favorite team, is the Hornets. And I think they could do stuff. I think they got, again, Kemba Walker is solid. And again, there's that pressure and it's an opportunity. The East isn't good this year. And they have not like
Isn't
other
Char-
years.
Aren't they in the West?
The Hornets?
Yeah,
Charlotte? North Carolina? No.
I always thought they were in the West.
That's no, it's the Panthers. It throws you off. You're
Yeah.
thinking NFL. And isn't that the most fucked up thing that the Atlanta Falcons and the Panthers are in leagues with the Rams, the Niners,
Yeah, they're in
and
the
the Green Bay?
NFC.
Oh, dude, and that's NFC, AFC. It's funky, but yeah, like when it comes to playoffs, you might have a Rams Panthers game.
Yeah, that is crazy to me.
You know what was funny is I felt super bad. We did the freaking episode last week at the barbershop, and we completely forgot to talk about the fucking Kentucky Derby.
Oh shit! Yeah, that was crazy.
I went home and I was like, shit, we didn't even talk about the Kentucky Derby. But have they resolved that issue?
Yeah, nothing's changing.
You keep it this. Why? You know why? For betting purposes, probably, right?
That's probably one of them, but the appeal was denied, like straight up. The steward for the state of Kentucky said that the appeal wasn't even going to be heard because of the violation.
My whole thing is, one, I did just watch Days of Thunder within the last 2 weeks, and there's one rule, and we'll take it back to the crew chief, old Scotty, Rubbin's racing,
Yeah.
and that's what was, like, you got to get physical once in a while, fight for position.
But I've never seen a horse move that far over on a turn
Yeah,
coming into the last stretch.
yeah. Is the Preakness this weekend?
I think so.
The Triple Crown. What's the third? It's the Preakness and
Belmont.
Belmont. What's the one that's something Downs?
It's I don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows? It's
The
horse
Triple
racing.
Crown.
It's the Triple Crown. There's
It's-
not going to be a Triple Crown winner this year.
No.
No, fuck no. Because the original Kentucky Derby favorite was scratched with who knows what. Fucking don't want to be turned into glue disease. And then you had the winner, a Maximum Overdrive or something.
Dude, these names are getting awesome though. They sound like monster trucks. You know what I mean? What's your favorite horse name that or like your favorite horse that you've watched? Like you follow once in every couple of years. There's like you watch the Kentucky Derby. Do you remember Big Brown?
No,
He was like sponsored by UPS.
that's awesome.
Well, that's why, because of the brown trout hat,
Yeah.
the UPS hat that I stole from Joseph's.
No, Mario's wife.
Oh, Mario's wife.
Yeah.
I stole it from Mario's wife's dad at a house party when I was a freshman in college.
Yeah.
I still have it. It's a UPS Fargo hat. It has like little earmuffs
Dude, that
built
thing's
into
awesome.
it. Yeah. So Big Brown was like it was dude. Big Brown looked like a NASCAR,
Yeah.
but then there was American Pharaoh.
That was a Triple Crown winner.
Yeah.
But see, that I can respect that because to win all three races, it's fucking impressive.
Dude, to be that owner. Do you
Oh,
know
yeah.
how much do you think they gamble each race?
Oh, dude, there's so much money on the line with those
That's
things.
insane.
That's old money on
yeah.
the line right there.
I like saying that old money.
Mhm.
Hopefully one day I'll have old money.
No, you can never have old money. Because
What
you
about
didn't
that
come
quarter
from
I've been saving since 1995, bro?
Dude, you can't have old money if you didn't get money.
No, you got to be born into old money.
Yeah.
And I was definitely not born into
You'd
old
be
money.
called new money.
Yeah. It's like that lottery winner.
Fuck. I'd take that any day of the week.
In a second. How's baseball treating you, Sean? You got fantasy baseball people?
Yeah, fantasy's been going all right.
Who's on top of the leader? Like who's hitting number 1 right now?
I don't know, dude.
Are
Baseball.
we gonna have let's talk about Triple Crown potentials this year. Who's gonna lead? Is it home runs, RBIs, and just hits?
Well, right now, in terms of hitting, it's Cody Bellinger for the Dodgers.
Okay.
Like, he's got 14 or 15 home runs. He's leading the league in averaged RBIs and home runs. I mean, he is. Can he hold that pace? Probably not. But it's.
You always have to have a slump.
Yeah, dude, it's baseball. It's a battle of fucking attrition.
Right.
162 fucking games. And it's so hard to stay at that level nonstop.
Oh, yeah. But he's still young and he's doing good. He's only going to get better.
Oh, yeah, he's going to get better for sure. It's baseball is just that game where it's you have to love the process, you have to love the grind.
Right.
Like nobody to me in baseball, like the hitting has been okay.
It's
the pitching, the stud pitchers aren't getting it done.
They're
like,
not.
Chris Sale for Boston. He was like the number 2 or 3 pitcher coming into the league, coming in this year, and he started off the season 0-5, just getting fucking shelled. His
People are getting jacked, bro.
Yeah, like the studs just aren't performing, and it's weird. It's like I don't know what it is. They don't get a lot. Like the big names, they don't do a lot of work in the spring.
Well, and it's so early in the season.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
You know what I'm really focused on is I want to get a heads up on college baseball. College baseball World Series is happening soon, right?
Oh, I have no idea.
It's always summertime.
It's still a little early.
Still a little early, but I'm getting ready for it. Yeah. But anyone else in baseball kind of doing? How's MannyWood doing? He's not MannyWood anymore.
Yeah, he's in San Diego.
That's right, guy. Man Diego.
That's even better.
Oh my gosh. Oh, and then hey, so when we were at the barber shop, we did pick up a local boxer as our favorite boxer. Ibarra. Do you remember his first name? He was your running back, right? Albert Ibarra. He had his spar.
Yeah.
We follow him on Instagram. He was successful. He had a good spar. He did good, and we're gonna hope he does good on the rest of his boxing adventures. How was he as a pirate, though?
He was a solid running back.
Yeah, he did. Dude, I didn't know he was a pirate.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah, no, he was solid. He was a little undersized, but he ran hard. It was good, and he fit the zone game real well.
I wanted to little reminiscing now. So I'm at work and I pick my box. I pick box 33. I say, hey, it's for Sean. I talked to our guy Zach Garrett. He's a avid listener to the show. Right, we talk about him all the time.
Yeah.
His
fro's
his fro, his skills, this and that. He told me that he goes, this ain't Sean Foy's number. It's my number. And I was born before him. I rocked it before him. I said, yeah, but he made it look good.
Well, I can't say anything because Zach's on the wall on a banner
for baseball.
No, he was an all-CIF football player. His name is forever entwined with Lompoc football lore.
Damn.
I can't compete with that.
I know. And what's funny is like I was talking to Chris Atkinson.
Yeah.
And I was like, Chris, I like you a lot, bro. And I bet you were a baller just because he's a quiet guy. He's probably one of the most quiet guys I know.
Oh, yeah.
But you look at him and you're like, he's a beast.
Dude, he's got no neck.
And
huge shoulders. He's like the nicest guy.
Super nice, but he's a badass grappler. He learned jiu-jitsu from one of the best guys in the world. He could choke you out in a second. Would never do it to you. Right? And I was like, I could tell that you were kind of good. I was like, but Zach throws me off because everyone tells me that he was amazing.
Everybody.
I've
never heard anybody say
But the
Zach
worst
was
thing,
bad.
who was the only one who the thing about it is Zach tells me more about him than anyone else. and most of the time,
everybody backs it up.
And most of the time, if you talk about yourself,
you're full of shit.
You're full of shit. And I'm like, look, and I'm hearing Zach tell me, and it just naturally I process like shit.
Yeah.
And then you'll have a Tony or a Chris or you or someone. I'm like, fuck.
Everybody corroborates his stories.
Yeah. I'm like,
Josh
Right. He and like Zach wrecked people.
Yeah, and he was a little guy.
And even like when he says like, "Oh, I played like the semi-pro like Condors League or whatever he played," and he's like, "Just let me do my fucking thing."
Yeah.
I was like, "Dude, if you came up to me, I'd be like, fuck you." But he handled his shit, dude.
Yeah.
And like,
In high school, he was like 150 pounds.
dude, he was.
Now that he
Look
weighs
at
like
even when we
230,
play, even when we play pickup ball with him, he's what 5'9".
our height. He's my
Yeah,
height.
he's average height.
Yeah.
Dude, he plays big.
Yeah.
He dribbles big, and he's broken. His ankles. I was like, "What happened?" He goes, "Yeah, I broke my ankle, bro."
Dude, down low, he is a motherfucker.
So,
Battling for position for rebounds with him is tough.
who else do you think? Let's talk pros. Who has hyped themselves up just as much as a Zach Garrett and held their own? Who comes to your mind when
first?
I say yes?
Deion Sanders.
Deion is one, right?
Nobody hyped himself more than Deion Sanders, but he backed that shit up.
Uh huh. Who else did I guess Muhammad is number one for backing shit up.
Yeah, you could say that. I mean, he talks shit to everybody.
Yeah. Well, now it comes to talk shit, but then you had like Chad and Ocho Cinco,
Not as good.
T.O.
T.O., yes. Chad could run routes,
Mhm.
but in the clutch moments, he was... Well, he never really... I
He
can't
never
say
had
did-
that many clutch moments. The team wasn't there.
Yeah. And that,
You know, they had a couple stints, I think 1 or 2 in the playoffs, but nothing.
yeah, nothing to write home about with
Yeah.
them.
But what about like basketball? Who's talked more shit in basketball and said they were the
Oh, probably Dennis Rodman.
I don't even think so. I think he was humble as far as media and talking shit. I think he just played hard.
Yeah,
I'm talking
that's
about
true.
someone who hyped himself up. Like I don't
LeBron, maybe. I
a
don't know.
little bit. Yeah, you know, it's so
I
great.
don't know.
You don't get that in hoops too much.
Like Chris Paul's a shit talker. Bruce Bowen.
You see, and that's just. But that's not. Yeah, that's crazy. Crazy. What else is happening in sports, Sean?
Jesus.
Oh,
Fucking...
let's talk about Sunny Days football. Spring football starting next Monday.
Man, it's already here.
It
and
is
it's
here.
crazy.
I know. We had a team meeting or a coaches meeting, and we're getting started. And you know, a lot of teams around the nation are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, colleges already had their spring game.
Yeah, they're balls
They're
deep.
the summer already started from like a month ago. It's crazy. But you know what I miss about other programs I've been affiliated with that San Ynez doesn't do, and maybe they did it before, and we're a smaller program now too, is that they used to be like at Live Oak we had the green versus gold game. You know, like a spring game.
We used to
And then we
do
would
an
have that
inter-squad.
close inter squad game, but you know, near the end of summer, you know, but we don't do that.
It's just tough with numbers.
Numbers is tough. It
fluctuations.
is.
It's tough. We used to inter squad when I was in school, but you know,
It's hard when you have to two platoon or you can't.
Yeah.
You know, it's
either you got the numbers or you don't.
right.
Simple numbers.
But it's a fun thing. But I'm just excited to be getting back to this season. It's pretty fun, and
we're bringing something out that we haven't done before. You know, we got the football camp coming up on Saturday.
this Saturday, right? It's one of the first times where the YFL team is going to adopt some of our foundation offense and defensive bases, right?
Yeah, they're going to be running our stuff,
And it's open to everybody.
It's open to the public. It's
So
free.
come if you are a young listener, you got a young football player, you want to be a coach
Yeah.
in our area, you know, or just learn what we do. Come to San Ynez High School this Saturday at 10?
9
Don't be
9 to 12:30.
So hey, look, if it starts at 9 and you want to be a real pirate, show up 20 minutes early.
15.
I'm a 20-minute guy. I like how first off, I'm getting to the meeting. It takes me to get to San Ynez de Buellton, which is only 6 miles. Because it's a fucking Wednesday. It takes me fucking 35 minutes.
Oh my god, there's so much traffic going through.
And
I had to go around.
I almost went around. And I've been doing it so much now because I don't know why I've been having to go to Buellton like 3-4 times this week. But I was like halfway through the fucking drive, and most time it takes you 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It's taking me fucking half hour, and they're like, "Where the fuck is Paulo?" I still showed up 25 minutes early,
Yeah.
but that's what it was. That's what it's like. We are punctual ass motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Now I've only been late 1 or 2 times of practice, and you get a round of applause. And I'm gonna give it up to one of my new receivers coaches, Ashley.
First time
Super
coach.
late.
Super late. Fucking
25 minutes.
25 minutes late.
Oh my gosh.
It's like, dude, way to start the season.
Yeah. No, but she's coaching track, and we have,
have
3
3
girls going to CIF, and one of them's our kicker,
Yes.
Quincy. I hope she does well, and I hope everyone does well in their spring sport in CIF across the state.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you make it to CIF for track?
No.
What?
No, I wasn't that good at throwing. I was okay. I just wasn't good enough.
And so what did you throw better, discus or shot?
Disc.
And what was your average, your PR?
My PR for discus was 141.
Weak.
Not great. We had a guy that threw 155.
How many steroids did he do?
Uh,
Types.
He was a lot longer and taller than me.
And did he play football?
Yeah.
All right.
He was better. He was a good shot putter, but it didn't matter because that year the winner of the shot put was from Carpinteria.
Mm-hmm.
He was throwing 68 feet.
Fuck.
Yeah, he went Division 1. And he'd come out and warm up with a 16-pound shot put when we throw 12s. He was throwing the 16-pound, like 54 feet in warm-ups. He'd throw once at every meet and win and not throw again.
How crazy is that?
And then the discus winner was from AG, Sean Shields. He threw like 191 or something. Just bombs.
Wow.
It was just like, fuck. Why even try?
Yeah. Intense. You know what I miss though right now? And when I moved here, I thought it was still going to be alive. And is San Ynez volleyball. I want to enjoy San Ynez men's volleyball right now.
Yeah, that's a tough one to
Well,
swallow.
I don't even know. Are they doing good? We don't.
They're not.
It's just not. It's just not worth following like it was.
Like,
you guys were a nationally recognized team,
we were beasts,
right? And it's
we won
just
CIF every year I was in high school. We won CIF,
and you had kids going to Division I scholar. You know,
just pumping them out,
and I'm just like,
everybody,
and
everybody. We go down south to like Long Beach.
Yeah, because most time you play an LA team or a beach community.
Yeah, we play a beach team and we'd beat the shit out of them.
You crush them.
Yeah, it wasn't even close.
Yeah, you know what made me think about it is I was watching the NC2A beach volleyball tournaments, and these kids are all coming out of this area.
Yeah,
all of this area, and it's hopefully we could go back. And it was before. What's crazy is even before football was men's volleyball at one point, right? That when you were winning CIF championships,
we had 3 Olympians.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy. And what, 2 for volleyball?
3 for volleyball.
Oh, 3 Well, 1 water. Oh, then you have more.
Yeah, then we have Cammie Craig.
Water polo,
She went
and
to Santa
this and
Barbara
that.
after.
Right, but still, it's not like we're far away from being.
Yeah, we're on the map for a lot of things.
Yeah,
for a small school, we have a lot of talent.
Yeah. Well, hopefully that talent comes up, and we have a great spring. We want to have a good summer. It's all about Pirate football, 2019, 2020 season. Wow, it's gonna be fun. 2020, huh?
It's crazy.
Well, this is another episode of Hold My Whistle. Thanks for hanging out with me, Sean. I'm Paulo.
And I'm Foy. Hit that music.
We out of here.
Oh, I got this.
Can you blow my whistle, baby, let me know. Girl, I'm gonna show you how to do it, and we start real slow. You just put your lips together